Yes, I took this catchy name, but this is for a reason. I wanted you all to listen to something that I feel is really important. Remember, we have all heard stories about the freedom of our country, our people, our nation. We all were the chained free souls of Britishers. Now you would say that where is the story that I always tell you? So here it is. Almost every person who has gone to any kind of a school knows this story, or not only from the school but from other sources also, friends or something else. We all know this story that there was a scientist named August Weismann who performed an experiment upon rats to study inheritance and evolution in species. So what he used to do was he used to cut the tails of rats and bred them for the next generation and again cut their tails. So he checked that whether the next generation of rats bears a tail or not. But this didn't work out, and every next generation of rats had their tails and with the same length. So he came to a conclusion that the physical changes occurring to one generation do not pass on to the next one. But what about humans? Does this same theory apply to the humans? I don't think so. How about an experiment? I know experiments on human species are not allowed, but what if I say that a similar kind of an experiment has already taken place in our country? Yes, it has, but I'm not talking about a physical experiment, I'm talking about a mental one. Those rats, you remember, were never taught that your next generations shouldn't have their tails. There are some evolutions taking place in this world, but they happen because they are taught to us by the nature. That is the only reason why they happen, because nothing happens in our body without any information to our brain. So for every change and evolution, our brain must know about it, and it needs to understand that what are the changes that should be done in the body of a particular human. Now let me come to the other story that almost every Indian, not almost everyone, but truly every Indian knows this. That was the British rule in India. That was approximately 200 years Indians, or actually known as the people of Bharat. They lived under the rule of Britishers for 200 years, where every newborn child was learning how to pay for his own prepared and made goods. He was learning that how should he betray others to get his own profits, because the simple minds of Indians were turned towards lies, and they were given situations that made their mind reliable on lies. They were learning things which were in their surroundings that was not by their choice but by the requirement of their situation. So similarly, they told their children to follow their footsteps and said them that if they want their survival, they must do things and speak lies to be who they are. But this same thing changed them slowly, and by passing generations, people of India learned new ways to save themselves and hand over other people to let them be. So every step they took in that path when they were under the rule of Britishers had something worse for them. So people learned that how should they make their profit by snatching someone else's. Now I don't blame anyone, because probably the people who have done this are not anymore in this world. All I wanted to tell you was that impressions on the mind do bring changes, not just to one generation but yes to others also, because their minds are trained by something else, some situations, some scenarios, some critical phases in their life they see, and due to that these bring changes in the mindset which can be forwarded and can be inherited by the people. I cannot prove this in any way. I think no one can. But surely I feel that this is a big reason that at this point, being such a big nation, in India, people don't respect each other and see them with that same truthfulness they expect others to be. I know there's a lot more to say. People have impressions, thoughts in their minds about lies. Even I do have. I think that I don't easily trust anyone. People just I think that people are here to betray me, and that is what is taught to me. I'm not saying this for the sake of the video, but that is actually the truth. That genuinely we Indians are taught by our parents that the world is not good. You need to be safe, you need to be careful from this or that, anything. They tell us that people are telling lies everywhere, and this is not a complete truth, but partially yes, it can be said. So in our country, we are really less respectful to our own kinds. So this was just a bit of my there was nothing more of a reason to tell you this. It was just to show you something, some kind of a truth that has already taken place and is currently working. I don't know. I don't really want you to think upon this more, and don't blame the Britishers for this. I really want you to understand that what has happened and what can be corrected in this world. So don't be like the people who just really think and say words that cannot really change some things. If you feel like that my words weren't worthy enough, I know you would definitely have some views or some of your reactions to this. So I would like you to comment and tell me about what you felt in this video and how much you felt that what I told was somewhat right or was wrong in what ways. So do tell me, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and share it to the people and tell them something that we didn't realize was there from a long time, and yeah, it should be spread. So thank you so much for watching. This was me, Nikhil Thakur. See you in my next observation video. Till then, bye bye. Take care.